everyone, welcome back to DLD VIP on YouTube. Up next, we are going to be taking a look at kind of an interesting knife from Heretic Knives. It is going to be their Pariah. Here's their box, proudly made in the USA, Heretic Knives. We're going to have the model H048-5A Pariah, battle worn, and then black. So it is going to be battle worn furniture, black blade. So when you open up a Heretic knife, they are going to be Velcroed shut, kind of a nice little feature. You're not going to get that damage from the glue you see on other companies, and it's held together nicely. So in the box, you're going to get the knife itself, silica gel, and a little kind of business card thing in there. It does also come with a little kind of pouch, branded Heretic Knives, and you get that kind of pattern on the back of it. So the knife itself is going to be a pretty interesting knife. It is going to be a manual folder, but it is also going to have another feature. It is going to have this button right here that is going to auto open. So when you auto open it, you do have to close it because it will stay charged. So you have to close it and it will close, and then you can manually open it like a normal knife. So this particular knife is going to be a larger knife. It is going to have a 3 3/4 inch long blade. You're going to get that battle worn finish on it. It is going to be a nice large high saber ground blade. It is going to have a top swedge with a tall harpoon cut. Just a very aggressive, cool looking blade. On the blade, we're going to have a little bit of information. We are going to have the model serial number. USA is where it is made. We are going to have the build date. We do have the Heretic Knives logo, and then we have your blade steel down here, which is going to be LMAX. LMAX is going to be a steel that has pretty similar edge retention and toughness to like S30V, S35VN, but it is going to have a little more corrosion resistant than those two. So that's going to be that blade. It is going to have a nice large detent ramp in here. The thumb studs, I will say, are pretty aggressive. So opening and closing isn't really a big thing, but it can kind of wear on your fingers if you open and close it a lot. It's kind of the same with the lock bar. It is a little bit aggressive. You do get a good good grip on that liner lock, but it is pretty aggressive. It is going to be an aluminum handle. I believe it's 6061 T6. It is going to be a two-piece design held together by, I believe there's 2, 3, and then the pivot screws. So 3 body screws and a pivot screw. It is a two-piece design. It is going to be having texturing on the back. We have these lightning holes. It is going to have 2 areas on the sides of the knife that are going to allow for a grip tape. There are probably other inlays out there or soon to be out there that can be put in there. Tons of options on the aftermarket as well. It is going to have standard hardware for disassembly, so that is nice. You do want to be careful with that disassembly because of the auto feature. There is a little bit more to the inside of this knife than meets the eye. It is going to have a titanium ring around your pivot that is going to have flamed. That is going to be flamed. We do have our titanium pocket clip as well with a ball on the end, and the idea is that is going to be a lot less aggressive going in and out of a pocket compared to something like this where it's sharp angles and metal on metal, or something like this even, to where it's not like a super aggressive pocket clip, but that metal on metal can cause some damage on there. So that's kind of the idea, is this is going to be a little bit softer on your pocket. It is going to have also a lanyard loop in the back. Overall size of this knife, 3 3/4 inch long blade, 5.15 inches in length, 8.9 inches, so it is a large knife. Depending on knife laws being auto, as well as the size, you might want to double check on those laws with that. It would be considered an auto. I would consider it an auto, not assisted or anything. That's an auto. 6.05 ounces is what this thing is going to weigh, so it is a beefier knife, but it is kind of thin, so it's not going to be a big bear in your pocket or anything. 0.7 inches in thickness, so it does kind of taper down to the bottom for thick. It gets thick to thin, and it kind of tapers down there. But overall, a very cool knife. They are available on our website. And I did forget to mention that it is going to run on ball bearing washers in there. So it is going to have a ball bearing pivot. But yep, that is going to be the Heretic Pariah.